everyone, and welcome to another edition of Jays Talkin. Matt and Andrew here to bring some baseball talk from our living rooms to yours. For all our podcast fans out there, Jays Talkin is now on Spotify. So be sure to tune into some of your favorite episodes of Jays Talkin on Spotify while you're working out or just hanging out. Today's guest was a seventh-round pick by the Blue Jays in the 2018 draft, infielder in the Blue Jays organization. Please welcome Dr. Podkul, Nick Podkul. Nick, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, guys. I'm doing well.
What's been going on in quarantine? Any new hobbies up there in Indiana?
I wouldn't say any new hobbies, no. Just a lot of practice on my own, and a lot of COD, a lot of Call of Duty, a lot of PS4.
What's your favorite level in the Call of Duty there? Are you a search and destroy? You on the blackout? What's going on there?
No, yeah, I'm pretty much straight Warzone. Yeah, just me and a couple buddies. We grind pretty hard on the Warzone, so it's a good time.
You brushing up on your basketball skills, or?
I wish. I tried to get out on a park the other day, and I just never got around to it. But I've kind of got the itch to just go out to a park and shoot some hoops.
So what's been on the quarantine playlist, man? Anything new? Any new artists we need to be looking out for?
Not really. Listen to a lot of country. I listen to like pretty much all types of music, but nothing really like super new that I would suggest to you guys. I'm not fully up to date on that, so I got my whole playlist rolling right now.
So you were born in Munster, Indiana. When did you first start playing baseball?
Oh man, I don't even know, honestly. I'd say probably when I was honestly whenever I could pick up a bat and a ball, probably 3 or 4. Pretty much my whole life, as I can remember, I was playing baseball.
Who were some of your favorite players growing up?
My first favorite player would probably be Sammy Sosa. Just being from like Chicago area, I was a diehard Cubs fan, and I just loved the way he played the game, and how he'd run on the field and throw his finger up. And then growing up, obviously, like I'm an infielder, so Derek Jeter was another guy that I looked up to, and just loved the way he played the game and how good he was too.
They didn't call him the captain for nothing, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that dude's a winner, man. I love it.
So you earned 3 letters in baseball and basketball when you were in high school, and then you were one of the top shortstops out of Indiana. And then you also helped Andreen High School. Is that right?
Andreen, yes.
Andreen High School. You got 2 consecutive Indiana Class 3A titles as a junior and senior. How important was it to end your high school career on such a high note with those 2 titles?
Yeah, it was really special. Just a lot of the guys that I went to high school with, like I know for a really long time, growing up and stuff like that. And, my brother was on the team too. So it was a really cool experience. It's something that I wanted my whole life growing up because I was around Andreen. My dad worked there when I was a kid. So it was pretty special. And to go back to back like that, I never thought, that's something I would do or that I'd be a part of. So it was a good experience.
And then you hit .411 your junior year, and you were a first-team all-conference. And then you were also playing some basketball. You averaged 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. There's another Notre Dame student-athlete from the past that played baseball and basketball, Pat Connaughton.
Right.
Was there ever any thought for you to play baseball and basketball, whether it be at Notre Dame or somewhere else?
I really, really wanted to play basketball, obviously. I'm not nearly as good as Pat Connaughton was, but I do love basketball. And growing up, like, same thing. Whatever sport was in season, like, that's what I wanted to do. So if it was baseball season, I wanted to be in the MLB. If it was basketball season, I wanted to be in the NBA. But no, I wouldn't say I had, like, a legit future in basketball at all. So, but it was fun. I miss playing basketball in high school. Those were some great times and some great memories.
We pulled a couple of things from your old bio, your old high school senior bio.
Oh, man.
Still superstitious about taping your wrists before the game. You got to tape your wrists before the game?
Yeah, I started adding a sleeve a couple years ago. So I go sleeve on one arm and then tape on the other. Yeah, it kind of gets me mentally prepared. Like, I'm dressing up for baseball or whatever. So yeah, I still keep that going. Try to look good out there.
And it's a routine. You have to have that routine.
Right. Yeah, you got to keep the routine. Yep.
You also had "My Humps" by the Black Eyed Peas as your pregame song. Is that still a pregame song that pumps you up to this day?
No, I remember having that. No, that is not still the pregame song, unfortunately. I might have to bring it back, though. You never know.
I gotta ask, a lot of people, maybe you can go and look at it, the jerseys and the helmets at Notre Dame, those gold helmets. How do you feel like you play better wearing that gold helmet? Like, that's got to give you some confidence.
It is,
right?
yeah. My freshman year, we had the blue ones, and the year before, when I was a senior in high school, they had the gold ones. So I was super pumped to put that on. And then when I got there, we didn't have it, but then they brought it back, and it was pretty cool. Just because, like, it's kind of iconic for Notre Dame, like the football team wears them. So, yeah, it was pretty cool wearing those things. They were nice.
Like Andrew alluded to, you went to Notre Dame. Your freshman year, you made your debut versus Lafayette College in Texas. What was your debut like? Did you know you were playing that day? What was running through your head?
No, I didn't really expect to play much my freshman year. I can't remember exact. I remember that I was pretty nervous as a freshman going in, just because it was big time ACC baseball, and I really just wanted to be like a part of the team and like travel with them. Like that was like my goal, was to work hard in the fall and then just make the travel team so I could, be with the guys and just kind of like learn from them and then be ready for my sophomore year. And I got thrown in, got an at bat. I think I had a really bad at bat, like grounded out to the pitcher or something. But yeah, I'll never forget it, even though it didn't go how I wanted it to. It was still a cool experience.
You had 8 multi-hit games, and then you also strung together 8-game hitting streak with a 15-game on-base streak during that season. With all that success, how tough was it, like a school like Notre Dame, to balance schoolwork along with being an athlete?
Yeah, it was really tough. After my senior year, when I graduated high school, I went to Notre Dame in the summer for like a bridge program. It was me and like 5 other incoming freshmen. And I'll tell you what, it scared me pretty good because I was definitely not prepared for just like the challenging academics, but also handling stuff on my own now that I'm living at college by myself. But once I got the hang of it, it's really how hard you work. And once I figured that out, it was pretty smooth sailing after that.
Starting second baseman for the Blue Jays, Kevin Biggio played with you at Notre Dame for a little bit.
Right.
How much did you learn from him while you were at Notre Dame? And then how much was he able to help you with the transition to playing for the Blue Jays now?
Yeah, Kevin was a really helpful guy. Obviously, coming in as a freshman, you look up to the older guys on the team, and you want to be like them. And Kevin's a big name, and, we all knew that he was going to get drafted and have a really successful career. So coming in as a middle infielder, I wanted to kind of model my game like his. And my freshman year, I didn't play second. I played like a little bit of first and third because he was there. So I just tried to watch him. And, he was always there. Like, if you need any help, like, let me know, stuff like that. So he was a good role model to have going in as a freshman to college. And, it's obviously paying off for him with his career right now. So.
Notre Dame's a very prestigious athletic school. Outside of when you weren't playing baseball, did you have a favorite sport that you like to attend at school?
Obviously football games are pretty nuts. Those are fun, but me and my buddy are obviously huge hoops fans. So we'd go to, Notre Dame basketball games and watch those. And that was a pretty good time, when they played Duke or UNC or something like that, good atmosphere. So it's hard not to say football because that's everyone's first choice, but I think I'm just biased towards basketball.
Your sophomore year, you were one of 2 players to start all 58 games on the year. You led the Irish with 15 hit by pitches, 1 shy of cracking the top 10 in single season history.
Oh, man.
Did you get a little sick of getting hit by pitches your sophomore year?
No, not really. Now I get sick of hitting because the guys throw too hard. But no, back then it was just like I was, still young, trying to make a name for myself, getting the lineup however I could. So if that meant like working a count, getting a walk, or getting hit by a pitch, I think getting on base and, helping your team win is huge. So as long as it's not in the head, I could take a hit by pitch. It's not that big of a deal.
You also had a 27-game on-base streak during the year, the longest streak by an Irish player since 2017. The Fighting Irish went to the ACC championship game. You hit a pair of solo home runs to left while going 4 for 5 against Florida State. You guys fought and clawed that whole game. You did everything you could. The Fighting Irish ended up losing in a heartbreaking extra innings fashion. Athletes go through this all the time. What advice do you have for young athletes who could or have gone through this?
Yeah, that was a tough game. I remember it was like raining, so there was like a couple rain delays, and we didn't have the best season going up to the ACC tournament. So we had to win the ACC tournament to get into a regional. So we were pretty excited as a team, and it didn't work out. But that's one of the games. Like, our team was so locked in, and we were so prepared for that. And a couple of things go our way and we win. But I guess, like, my advice would be just, you're gonna fail, and like that game, like, we didn't get the job done, but that doesn't change, like, the team that we had and like the memories that I'll remember of that team. So just, like, handling adversity and understanding that it's a game. I think friendships and relationships go a lot farther than stats or wins and stuff like that. So it would have been nice to win the game, but at the end of the day, like, that team was pretty special, and I'll always remember those guys.
So talk us through draft day. Did you know it was going to happen? What were you doing? What were your emotions like?
Yeah, obviously you never know. I had a decent idea. I was really hoping to get picked up. I had an okay junior season, so I was looking forward to it. But yeah, it was a roller coaster for sure. Just because you don't want to believe it until you see it, and you hear some stuff from one team and stuff from another team, and you never want to, like, jinx yourself, right? You don't want to be the guy who's like, oh, I'm getting drafted, stuff like that. So I just try to stay low. I was with my family that day, and just watching the draft tracker, like, someone please call my name, someone please pick me up. And luckily the Blue Jays did, and I'm so happy that they did, because the organization is unreal, and everyone who helps, improve our careers. So it was a special day, but yeah, it was pretty low key. I just hung with my family and then celebrated when I heard my name called.
What was that transition like for you to pro baseball? And when you went to Vancouver, was that the first time you had been to Canada, or had you been to Canada?
Yeah, no, that was my first time in Canada. I loved it too. Vancouver's an unreal spot to have a short season A team. The fan base is obviously amazing. The city's amazing. Like, everything's beautiful there. So it was a really cool experience. I thought I was super ready. I started off pretty good at Vancouver, and then professional baseball kind of got the best of me pretty quick. Kind of, brought me back to earth, which was good. But, Vancouver was arguably, I don't know about other places, but I can't imagine a place being better to start your pro career than Vancouver.
Then you had a great opportunity this past year to play in the Midwest League All-Star Game. How cool was it for you to get to play in an All-Star Game so close to your hometown in South Bend?
Yeah, that was really cool. Again, I started off the season pretty poorly. So it was nice, obviously, to pick it up a little bit. But just on top of that, like you said, being in South Bend, it was something really special that all my family could come out to. And a lot of people from Notre Dame came out to see me play too, which was nice. So it worked out perfectly. And, I'm just happy that I played well enough to get there and, let family and friends come see me play.
You had one of the best walk-up songs on the team last year, according to the PA booth. What inspired the walk-up song from last season?
I don't know the exact inspiration of it. Me and my buddies, I think it was Dom Abadessa told me to use it. And he played it for me, I think, and I liked it, so I just rolled with it. But I think I had another walk-up song before that, and I wasn't hitting well, so I was like, I got to change this. And he was pitching me ideas like, bro, you got to use this. So I tried it out, and everyone seemed to like it, so I just stuck with it.
It was a jam last year. I think everybody on that team had a really good walk-up song last year. Everybody had singers.
Absolutely, yeah.
What are some things that you're looking to improve on when baseball resumes?
Obviously getting bigger, faster, stronger, all those things, just keeping my body in shape to last. Obviously, it's not going to be a full season if we do play, but next season, just maintaining that strength that I want. So that's something that I'm going to hit pretty hard here until we start playing again. And then just being more consistent throughout the season, like in terms of baseball, like hitting and fielding and all that stuff, just because professional baseball can be really tough when you're playing every single day. And let's say you start struggling, then it can kind of snowball. So trying to limit the slumps and, just like I said, just being consistent throughout the whole year.
Thank you so much for joining us here today. Anything you'd like to say to the fans before we sign off?
Everyone just, hang in there, stay safe, stay healthy. Hopefully baseball will be back soon. That's pretty much all I got. We're excited to get back whenever that is. So, just stick with us, keep following along, and then hopefully we'll be back soon.
Thank you so much, Nick, and thank you, fans, for tuning in to another edition of Jays Talkin. Matt, Andrew, and Nick Podkul signing off.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.